Right. Okay, so right now I'm recording the screen. You'll hear what I'm talking about. A little bit of a crackling in there, but not that big a deal. Nothing is hurting your equipment or anything. You know, I guess leave it alone. You go hear it. It's hard to I tell that on the playback, but anyhow. But yeah, I got in memory of Ozzy Osbourne. I got the Diver and Madman skin. I actually made this skin a while ago. Yeah, looks pretty cool. But yeah, he finally passed away. I forget how old he was. But I can't believe he lived that long. But anyhow, you're getting the first Diver Madman skin. You get it here on this evening.
Right on. Yeah, no, Ozzy was 76. That is how old I believe he is when he passed. With that being said, yeah, I mean, I like Ozzy. Don't get me wrong. He's had a lot of great hits. Very good singer, but not every song that he ever made was my cup of tea. But to each their own. He's still an artist, and yeah, he did a lot of drugs, man. And obviously, I don't know that the drugs killed him. I don't even know what he died of. But yeah, he definitely wore his body out, that's for sure. But I know he was missed greatly by a lot of the radio community there.
Right. Hey, as the years went by, you know, God bless him, everything. I'm not gonna trample on a man's grave or anything, but more stuff comes out. They hurt him and his wife Sharon. They really mistreated a lot of people. Some of the musicians, for example, like Jake E. Lee. He made that bark at him, and well, he made that sound on that album, man. He's one of my favorite guitar players ever. But man, they railroaded him, made him sign away any and all songwriting credits on that album. Just get everything straight to Ozzy. There's just a lot of things that they did to really mistreat people. But that aside, I try to ignore that and just enjoy his music. But I grew up on Ozzy, so anyhow, I thought it'd be a little bit of fitting here to have the Ozzy Osbourne skin. It's a Diver Madman. It looks pretty cool. It's a little bit busy of a skin, but you'll see it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, send me a picture of it if you can real quick. And I did hear somebody whistling up out there. I don't know if you probably didn't hear it because you were in the middle of transmitting, but somebody was whistling out there. Come on back.
I think they said 313. I am not sure. Conditions are so poor right now. Faded up. I thought I heard a 313. Please forgive me if I'm wrong. KP68 Kilo Papa 68 Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Okay, but I could tell you were talking. But I just couldn't pull it out. I apologize, but yeah, I have no control on that. Just the conditions are really poor. I'm talking to a buddy of mine. He's maybe about 35 miles even north of me. But I think he heard you out there a little bit. But yeah, just these conditions have a hard time hearing you out there. KP68, once again, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. All right, sir. All right, yeah, sir. 313 Bob out of South Florida. All right, yep. Hey, you know what? You're making the trip up here. There's nobody else on the bean. It's completely dead. But you did make the trip under these very poor conditions. All right, there, 313. I'll catch you later. KP68, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 73, sir.
Yeah, that Florida station, he came up there pretty strong there for a quick second. But, yeah, I think it was 7373 Bob in South Florida. But, yeah, man, that's pretty crazy. But, hey, man, 742 World Radio up here in Western Pennsylvania, talking to my buddy KP68. Like he said, we are like 30-ish some odd miles apart from one another, but a lot of hills in the way. All right, there. 313 South Florida. Yeah, Bob, we heard you in there, man. Glad you made the trip, brother. But yeah, it's hard to pull you out there. Mother Nature's changing, obviously. But good to hear you in there, 313, Mr. Bob in South Florida.
Okay, I'm glad I got his numbers right. I hate when I do that, when I get somebody's numbers wrong. But you said another number. I'm thinking, oh man, I got it wrong. Hate when I do that. But it was 313 and got that right. And by the way, oh yeah, you texted me back there. I sent you a picture of the Ozzy skin.
Yeah, no, that was me that misunderstood him there. But yeah, he said he was 313 South Florida. I heard Bob for sure. But yeah, that was my bad. You had it correct. But yeah, no, that Aussie skin looks nice, man. Not that I'm gonna support or you know what? You could even still use that same yellow and red lettering for Hulk Hogan. He passed away a day later, which I don't know what Hulk passed away from. He wasn't that old either.
I believe. Well, you never know. Things come out so quick. People rush to get the news out there. But I believe the Hulk had cardiac arrest, which doesn't surprise me because I grew up on that. Watching. I go way back to Bob Backlund, Cicluna, Magnificent Morocco, like all of the guys. I think Magnificent Morocco is still alive, but a lot of those guys, man, yeah, they either cancer or heart attacks. But yeah, Hulk was, I think, around 71. But man, think about all the abuse, whether it be a physical and like chemical, all throughout his career. So man, it just took a toll on his body. But yeah, there's a bunch of people who just passed away recently. I watched a YouTube video on the people who have lost and the celebrities in 2025 so far. Yeah, it's a bummer, man. But yeah. But anyhow, I think Ozzy. I think they said he got Parkinson's and a few other things. But oh well, they lived long, good lives. For whatever it's worth.
Yeah, I sit and think, dude, which I know I believe both of your parents have passed. And I'm not trying to hash up bad thoughts or feelings. I mean, my father, he's 85, real bad Alzheimer's and dementia. He'll be 86 if he makes it to March. And my mother is 9 years younger, takes care of him every single day. Which I'll probably go down to the South Hills tomorrow and visit with them, maybe have lunch or something. But yeah, long story short, man, it's crazy because my grandfather, now my grandmother on my mom's side, she passed at 63. She was very young. She had a blood clot. My grandfather, he made it to, on my mom's side, 88 or 89, and I'd be lying if I told you about my father's side. That's a whole phone conversation. But yeah, he my dad's side of the family, I don't know much about, but he didn't talk much. And as far as I know, he is the last living out of 6 or 7 children. And I only knew one of his uncles and one of his brothers and one of his sisters out of all them. So my father's side of the family is a little whack, but as far as I know, he is the longest living on his side there at whopping 85 years old.
Okay, my folks have been gone for quite a while. Yeah, many years. Yeah, I came around late. So my mom had me when she was 42. They say women have babies, past a certain age could turn out retarded. I turned out just fine. But now put in perspective, my dad was born in 1928. That's crazy. So I come from a very, very old family. By the time I came along, one of my grandfathers was dead before I was born. And all my aunts and uncles, they were really, really old. So it was kind of depressing growing up. Spent most of the time on funeral homes. But, they've been gone for a long time. I think they both lived around like 83, somewhere around in there. But, Yeah. Oh well, what are you gonna do? But yeah, that's got to be rough on you with your dad with the dementia and everything. I couldn't imagine that. I think one of my aunts, she went a little kooky near the end. I don't know if that was dementia, but I don't know. She was pretty nuts from what I remember near the end. It's a shame. But oh well, that's why I like anymore. Like nowadays, like people hear a baby crying, and that kind of like gets on their nerves. Me, no way. I love that sound of like new life because it's just the way I spent growing up around all the old and death and funeral homes. So when I hear kids, little kids laughing or even babies crying, I do not mind at all. It's just like so refreshing.
Well, that's good for you, because the whole baby crying shit with even me with little ones, man, no thank you. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the dementia and Alzheimer's, terrible thing. But I would rather see my dad forget a little bit of what goes on, which... It's crazy because he remembers me, he remembers my kids, now my brother. He doesn't always remember my brother, doesn't remember his daughters, which my father, he was married once before, and he has 4 daughters that are roughly about your age, KP, and he doesn't even remember them. He just thinks that they're nice ladies that come and visit and go out to breakfast with him to occupy his time. But unfortunately, I mean, that's the circumstances of Alzheimer's and dementia there.
Whew, wow, that's rough. Well, hopefully he's happy and everything. Although I found that sometimes I have self-imposed Alzheimer's because I don't remember half the crap I've been through in my life. Repressed memories. But anyhow, on the lighter side of things, moving on, I got my car back. I got that screen replaced. And I got to tell you, man, that's just shot across the bow as far as the new cars go. I mean, they look all beautiful, fun and dandy. They look great, the big screens. But I'm telling you, man, anybody going out there to buy the new cars with the big fancy screens, look out. I don't know if I mentioned that before. My brother, his neighbor, I think it's a Cadillac, his screen went bad. It cost him $5,000 for the screen. Mine's still under warranty. And I asked the guy when I finally got it back after months later, I said, by the way, how much would that cost if I was out of warranty? He said, like $3,300. $3,300 in my Kia Sportage. So I don't know, man. My next vehicle, I think I'm going to get something with like separate screens or maybe, tame that down a little bit. But on the bright side, I finally got my car back and I'm happy now.
Well, good deal. Yeah, I remember we were talking about that. And with me, so I have that Mercedes. It's a 2011, state of the art for back then. That thing to me is a piece of shit for the mere fact that here last night, the little one and I, we went and we had ice cream. We did a little ice cream date down there in Harmony, Zelienople. And on the way home, it was a little dark, so the headlights automatically come on. And this has been like an ongoing issue with that car, but the headlights will go on, go off, go on, go off. And honestly, dude, I can get in my Chevy C10 or whatever the hell it is, C30, that crew cab dolly, obnoxious 1980s pickup that I have that people sit there and call a piece of shit. And I turn that on, dude. It starts up every time. Everything works. The only thing that doesn't all work is the other fuel tank on the passenger side. I would love to get that fixed. But dude, you can see the speedometer works, the tachometer works, the fuel gauge works, the whole 9 yards. Everything works in it except for the radio. But yeah, this technology is great, but when it doesn't work, it absolutely sucks.
Yeah, horror stories. Yeah, the more sensors and everything in the car. I'm telling you, man, these people buy these new cars. I just say you have to have an emergency fund just for a vehicle. I mean, it's pretty scary. But yeah, my next vehicle, let's see, I pretty much throughout my driving career, I've had let me see, Ford, Honda, Plymouth, Chrysler. I never had a Chevy. Isuzu, oh my God, that's like almost all of them. And I will say, probably the best quality I've ever had, I got to say, Honda has been great. And then my Saturn, I had a little Saturn View. That was a great car, never one issue. But my Hondas were fantastic. I will say this, though, my Ford, I had a 2011 Ford Escape. I tell you what, never any issues. But, here's a big but, that thing rusted like astronomically more than any car I have ever owned. I mean, it was insane. You could stick your head out in the middle of the night. You could hear rusting in the driveway. it was bad. Yeah, the Ford rust was just terrible. But other than that, it was a decent vehicle. But all in all, I think my next vehicle might be a Honda. I know all you American car guys out there, but hey, tell the American manufacturers to step it up a little bit. But Hondas were just fantastic. So I kind of eyeballing, I think, way ahead in the future. You know, the Honda Passport is looking pretty sweet. I like the two separate screens instead of one big screen. After my lesson learned on one of my Kia. But anyhow, my next car might be, I'm looking towards that Honda. So we'll see. I got some time. I got another year before my warranty runs out. But I'll tell you what, that screen issue is really freaking me out. And that model year, that's my car, they're known for screen issues. But anyhow, that's my ramble on cars. But you definitely have to be careful. Oh, there's that one video circling online. I forget what pickup truck it was. It's a real popular video. It cost $5,000 for the taillight in this pickup truck. $5,000 to get the headlight. The rear taillight replaced because of all electronics inside. You know what? No, thank you. But all right, that's my rant on cars.
Yeah, I will 100% be honest there. Once you get past like maybe 2005, in my honest opinion, maybe I'll give it 07. Everything is a pile of shit. And I said that very bluntly, and I don't even care. But really, honestly, the older vehicles, man, like if you can find a nice like 80s vehicle or even 70s, like yes, parts are hard to come by, but even the 60s, dude, like when you were growing up, you could freaking get rear-ended by somebody in a like a 1960s Impala or 1970s Impala. And there would be no damage. Maybe you'd have to buy a freaking $500 bumper. But anymore, you get a car, you get a freaking fender bender, and all of a sudden you got like $3,000 worth of damage. It's like, how and why did this all happen? But dude, I'm all about the older vehicles. This newer shit is 110% throwaway material, meant to get you from point A to point B, and that's about it. You know, not much further after a couple years.
Yeah, well, the new cars, they're meant to break apart. The more, that's why the crashes nowadays look so much more dramatic. They're meant to crumple. They have all the crumple zones. They're meant to blow apart. The more they blow apart, it takes all that energy away from the occupants in the car. So that's a lot of that is safety. But I'm sorry, I bumped my mic there. But yeah, a lot of, other than that, a lot of cheap parts plus all that sensitive electronics. But as far as safety, yes, the cars are safety nowadays. I saw another video where they took, I think it was, a newer, I don't know what it was. They took a modern car versus a 1957, I think it was a Bel Air. Let me find that video for you. And yeah, the classic car was a death trap, absolute death trap. Whereas a more modern, smaller car, it fared much better. You would think that the older cars are made of harder materials and everything, but no, that's not necessarily true. But anyhow, that's why they break apart so bad. They take a lot, the more they bust apart, it takes all the energy away. Just so anyhow, that's why they have to create so much damage.
Yeah, I don't know, man, but I really like older vehicles. It's just hard to find something that is priced right and the mileage is correct. And, like we got that Mercedes, dude, and it pisses me off. Like I have no use for it. I would love to get rid of it. There's plenty of other vehicles that honestly, I'd love to buy a Subaru WRX, like an older one, like 07, 05, turbocharged, manual transmission, all-wheel drive. Like, that would be fun to drive. Not this Mercedes. I could care less about that. Garbage, if you ask me.
Okay, I have this up on the screen right now. It's going to make more sense than when you watch this. Yeah, it is a 1959 Chevrolet Bel Air versus a 2009 Chevy Malibu. And it is so dramatic. There's a lot of car guys that actually get mad, really upset over this video crashing a mint 1959 Bel Air. But this Bel Air folds in 1959. It just crumples all around the driver. It's pretty cool. I have the video playing right now. But oh my God. So the older cars, all the hard steel, you think they would fare better in crash. But I'm telling you, watch this video. I mean, it's insane. Whereas the 2000, since years ago, the 2009, the occupant compartment is relatively intact. But you'll see this video playing in the background here as I'm talking.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. And yeah, I've seen that before. And I agree. Yeah, the safety technology has gone way up. But you grew up in the era, same as me, as riding in the back of a freaking Buick or Chevy, wagon at the time, where the window rolled down into the wagon, and you either had like a rear seat facing seat with no seatbelt. That is exactly. Or I don't know if it was Chevy or what, but or you could face, side to side with somebody and look right at them and not have a freaking lap belt. Like, that is what we grew up in. I mean, shit, dude. I think I was out of a car seat. Excuse that, but I don't even know if I was ever in a car seat, honestly. They may have been a thing of the past back then, but if I was, I wasn't in a car seat very long, because I remember sitting there pulling the frickin' chest piece down because it would always like get my neck or in the side of my face growing up. So, you'd be riding in the back seat or even in the front seat, and it is what it is, man. You just riding along. Hello, radio.
That's funny. Oh my God. Well, tell you what, we'll continue this conversation, and it is getting, hold on here. We're in this video here. We are at 28 minutes and 43 seconds. So I'll end this video. I just want to get, I've been in a rut lately, big time. I think I posted up a stupid video like 2 weeks ago. I've just been slacking, man. I just, been in a rut. I just haven't been able to, or just feel like doing anything. But I'll at least get this video posted up here. But go ahead and sign off. Like I said, when we're done, when you sign off here, we'll keep talking. But anybody else out there sandbagging? I know if that 313 can still hear me down there in Florida. But I'm going to get this video gate posted up on KP68 Video Gates on YouTube. But anyhow, and by the way, I'm not going to edit this. Normally, 100% of the time I say something really stupid in these videos that I edit them all. So I'm just going to let this one roll. let this idiot just babble along here. So anyhow, all right, go ahead and sign off there, and then do the old sign off, and then I'll let this roll on out, and then I'll stop the video. But we'll keep on talking.
All right, man. I don't know if a bunch of people want to watch 28 minutes of dumb babbling from us, but once again, this was 742, just north of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And Mr. KP68 will see you. And yeah, it's been a while, man. I haven't turned this thing on in weeks. And when I say weeks, probably well over a month and a half. We're blowing the cobwebs off of this. But all right there, KP68, 742. Mr. Mike up here in Western Pennsylvania. We'll see ya.